Got a secret, can you keep it? Swear this one you'll save. Better lock it in your pocket, taking this one to the grave. If I show you, then I know you won't tell what I said. 'Cause two can keep a secret if one of them is dead.
Hey everyone, it's the Musician in Makeup, and today I decided to do a look based on one of my favorite characters from my favorite TV show in the history of the world, which is Pretty Little Liars. I know everyone's like obsessed with that show right now. I've seen a ton of tutorials out there, but I just wanted to do sort of my take on it. It's just a really pretty browned out gray smoky eye. I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you want to see how to do this Aria inspired makeup look, then just keep watching. Okay guys, so as you can see, I already have one eye done, and the first thing we're going to do is, as always, prime our eyes with Urban Decay Primer Potion. You really don't need a lot. I've seen a lot of people just put crazy amounts of this stuff on their eyes, and you really only need like a little dab of it. Alright, and the next thing that we're going to do, since Aria sort of has a brown base with sort of a gray shadow on top, at least that's kind of what it looks like to me, and that's what I'm going to do. We're going to take our Revlon Cream eyeshadow palette in Not Just Nudes, and we're going to mix these two shades, that one right there, and the one right below it. So just the darkest two shades. I find the lighter one a little too light and dark one a little bit too dark, so I mix them. And you get a color just about like that. If it'll focus. There we go. And we're just gonna tap that all over the lid. Just with whatever's left on your finger, just sort of start bringing that up a little bit into the crease. Alright, and it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to blend out the edges a little bit, but that's a good starting point for us to go from. And the next thing we're going to do is take our Urban Decay Naked palette, and I'm going to take the color Buck, which is just sort of a matte medium tone brown, and I'm going to take this really stiff dome brush. It's from e.l.f. It's the Professional Eye Blending Brush, and I'm just going to get a little tiny bit of Buck on there. This brush picks up a lot of color really easily because it's so dense, so I don't want to pick up too much. So we're just going to use that to help sort of blend out the cream shadow and round out the shape that we created. Okay, and then what I'm going to do next, just to help it blend out even a little bit more than that, is I'm going to take Naked, which is 2 over from Buck. And it's a little bit lighter than Buck, and it's just going to help blend the color up onto the brow bone a little bit more. You want this to look really, really smoky, so blending is really, really important for this look. Let's get a little bit more. Okay, now that everything's all nice and blended, we're going to start adding that gray color on top of our brown base. And to do that, we're just going to take the E55 by Sigma. It's just a eye shading brush. There we go. And we're going to take the color Gunmetal, which is all the way to the right, that really pretty deep shimmering gray, and we're just going to take a little bit of this on one side of that shader brush, tap off the excess, and then just layer that, gently sort of tapping it on to the cream shadow. And since we have the cream shadow as a base, the gray is going to stick really easily, so you just sort of want to tap and feather it on. Okay, now we're just going to get a little bit of that same color on the tip of that brush, and we're going to turn it sideways and sort of start working it up a little bit into the crease. Okay, and the next thing we're going to do, just to add a little bit more dimension, is take the color Creep, which is a really pretty shimmery black right next to Gunmetal. And we're going to use a pencil brush, get a little bit of creep on the tip, just like that, and just sort of deepen the outer V a little bit. It's just going to help add a little bit of depth and dimension to what we're doing already. Okay, and taking that same pencil brush, we're going to take the color right over from Creep, which is Hustle, which is a really pretty plummy sort of brown. And we're going to take that again just on the tip of the brush, tap off the excess, and we're going to connect that color from the outer corner and run it along the lower lash line. Now Aria really doesn't have anything too dark from about 2/3 the way in over to her inner tear duct. So you want to keep like this inner third clear of any shadow. You just want to do a nice smoky outer corner, going about halfway or 2/3 the way in. And again, connect that color up to where we were working before on the lid. Just connect it and bring it down. Okay, and the next part of Aria's look is definitely some really intense black eyeliner. And to do that, I'm just going to take a liquid liner and I'm going to draw a really thin line starting in the inner corner, and then as I go out, just thicken that line and do a little bit of a wing, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that we've got that nice graphic black liner with a bit of a wing on top, we want to line our waterline. Just take any creamy black eyeliner pencil. This one's by L'Oreal. It's the Extra Intense Liquid Pencil Eyeliner, and just line your waterline. And go ahead and take the color on your waterline all the way into the inner corner. Just keep it really thin because we want that inner corner really nice and really bright. Now, when you put something on your waterline, whatever color it may be, it's always a good idea to follow it up with a shadow of the similar color. So whatever color you use, if you're using like one of the 24/7 Glide-On pencils from Urban Decay and one of those crazy colors, even if you use a crazy color, follow it up with a shadow that matches it and make sure it's matte. You don't want to use glitter when you're setting any sort of cream or gel eyeliner on your waterline. You always want to use a matte shadow so that the glitter isn't getting in your eye, and just use a shadow that matches it. So I'm just going to take this matte black shadow. It's really the only matte black shadow that I have. I have a lot of shimmery black shadows, not really a lot of black. And just taking this really small detail brush from e.l.f. Show that to you guys. It's the small smudge brush. This is really good for doing like really fine detail work, like if you're doing anything really detailed on your eye, and just sort of gently pushing in down here. You don't want to pull too much. Just set that eyeliner, and this will help it stay a lot longer. I used a pencil, but if you use like a cream or gel eyeliner, that's gonna last even longer. I find, at least on my waterline, pencils don't tend to last long, but if you set them, they'll definitely have a longer shelf life. Okay, now all that's left to do is add mascara. I'm going to use Maybelline Colossal Volume first. I'm going to do 2 layers of mascara, and the first layer is going to be this mascara. I'm really liking this mascara. I got it fairly recently, and I actually shot a haul because I got it when I was shopping with my mom getting back to school supplies. And I was going to shoot a haul with this in it, and the haul like just got deleted. I don't know what happened to it. Alright, and the next mascara that I'm going to use, instead of just doubling up layers of the other one, I'm going to layer it with the Maybelline 1x1, which I find gives me really good length. So I like the thickness that the Colossal gives me, and then this gives me really nice length and separation. So I've been combining the two a lot lately. Okay guys, so while I was editing, I realized I completely forgot to do an inner corner highlight, which is kind of one of the most important things about Aria's look, is that she has really bright inner corners. So silly me, I forgot, but you're just going to take Virgin, which is the lightest color in the Naked palette right here, and get that on a pencil brush. Make sure it's clean. This one might look dirty, but it's actually quite clean. And you're going to just use that in the inner corner. This is just a really pretty shade. It's not overly glittery or anything. It just gives a really nice glow and a really nice sheen to your inner corner. So don't forget to do that. Okay guys, so that's it for the eyes, and if you come back in 1 second, I'll show you what I did on the rest of my face. Okay guys, so in the picture that I looked up, which is the one of Aria, you know, going shh, sort of at the beginning of the show, she has very natural looking, sort of a tan rosy blush, so I thought that this would be really nice. It's the Mosaic color wheel, or Mosaic face powder color wheel in Rose Glow, and this is by NYC. And just taking that on a duo fiber brush, this one's by Sigma, just almost use this as a contour. Don't even put it like up on the apples of your cheeks really, just sort of use it as almost a contour. right on your cheeks. Because that's sort of where Aria's is placed. Just like that. And then for the lips, she has a really nice, it looks it's just sort of like a natural mauve, like her natural lip color sort of just bumped up a shade or two. So I'm going to use the MAC lipstick, and this is in Viva Glam 5, which is like my favorite lipstick of all time. And then Aria has really, really glossy lips in that opening sequence too. So I'm just going to take the NYX Mega Shine Gloss, and this one is in Perfect. It's just a really pretty pale pink. It goes on quite sheer. It just gives a really nice gloss. Okay guys, so that's it for our Aria Montgomery look. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. It's a little bit more advanced, but I think it's a lot of fun. Definitely if you want to go out, you know, clubbing or whatever, hang out with your friends, go see a movie at night. I think that'd be a lot of fun just to wear this look. I wore this out just in broad daylight today, so for me it's not that out there, but I know for a lot of people this would be quite dark for every day, but you can definitely rock it if you are feeling it that day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look and that you found this tutorial helpful, and I will see you all in my next video.